god.
Are we live?
Yeah,
Are we
I
live?
think so.
Hi, girls.
We are live.
How are you?
This is
Oof.
way too exciting.
Yeah. My heart is beating so fast now.
Yes.
Oh no, don't worry.
No,
It's
in a
our
good
first
way.
streaming, but it can be grown, can be a little bit. That would be okay enough.
It's so
Yeah.
funny because, but we'll get into it, but we've done this before, but it somehow feels like the first day of going back to school. Like, I don't know.
Indeed, indeed.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how it feels like. All right. So I think we kind of waited for a few minutes before we jump in
Yeah,
here.
indeed.
So for people who are watching live, I think we're going to slowly introduce about who we are, what we do, and yeah, let's get to know each other. So I think first things first, let's introduce about ourselves. So I would start from me. I'm Arisa, and I'm currently working as a senior DevRel engineer. And to put some personal touch, my hobby is the snowboarding. I really love it. You can see that in the background. And I like to do like lots of workouts nowadays. But yeah, also enjoying like trying out the new, technologies out there. So yeah, that's who I am. So who wants to start?
I can go next, I guess. I love how
Alright.
you're like snowboarding and everything. Every time I think of you, it's instantly like all your Instagram stories where I'm terrified because you're going downhill a slope and I've never done that in my life. No, hi, my name is Josephine. I am based in Hamburg, Germany. I have a little cat who likes to make appearances on this stream, so he needs attention. So if he shows up already, apologies in advance. I also do lots of like sports in my free time. But mostly in the air and upside down. And in my day job, I am an accessibility engineer, so I'm really passionate about accessibility. And now I get to do that full time. Alba.
Well, you can tell about snowboarding if you do pole dance. I mean, Josie, you both are crazy. I'm just the person that can do even a flip. I can do anything. It's like in sports, I need to be in the floor and in the position I was born in, Nothing more. But well, in terms of who I am, I'm Alba. I'm also one of the co-hosts with them, and I'm let's say full stack engineer, but I'm a front end because I'm always focused on front end. I love Vue, but I also try other frameworks when I have time. But in my free time, what I like is to travel, to explore more food, to try to make pet projects. I have a lot of pet projects, and as you can see, I have always merchandising of them, so you will see it around in every episode, new things coming. But yeah, basically, I'm always doing things. That's the thing with me.
You're all over the world. I see that.
Indeed, indeed.
Yeah. So
And maybe.
that's
Oh, sorry,
yeah,
go
yeah.
ahead.
Sorry.
No, I was just going to say we were talking about this earlier. We all used to be developer relations engineers.
Indeed.
And Arisa, obviously, you just mentioned you still are. But this is how we kind of got to podcasting in the first place, right? Like all individually, but that's a different story, but also together. So I think that's like tying everything together, if you will.
Indeed.
Yeah. By heart, we are DevRel, I would say.
Yeah, it never
Once a
leaves.
girl, never. Yeah.
Exactly, it
Yeah.
never
Yeah,
fully
yeah.
leaves your body, I guess.
Yeah. All right. So basically, that's who we are, and maybe some of you already knew us before because, well, we will get into deeper about that later on. But yeah, we actually were hosting another live streaming before. So that's why we came up with the idea, but fun part, I will keep it for the rest. So to give you an idea what this podcast is about, is basically we are hosting a bi-monthly stream. So it's gonna happen like 2 times in a month instead of once in a month. So mark your calendars. We have a website and also a meetup page where you can sign up to join and check our next upcoming episode schedules. So yeah, you can check that out. And I know that we're going to share that URL later on. So, but to get to the point, so yeah, we host like 2 times in a month. And the topics we are going to cover is going to about like anything in the tech, but not just, like this broad, like topic. But we also focus on something that say like work-life balance, things that you want to discuss openly, but something that you hesitate to talk about, things you want to know and learn more from our guests. So we also have several different types of the episodes. For example, today is we label as the chat as any. So as any stands for our name of our podcast name, as you can see that. I hope I'm directing to the right position. So as any is our podcast name. So we use that to categorize each episode's let's say tag or category. So this is like going to be chat as any with 3 of us. But if you're going to invite some of our favorite friends or guests, then we are gonna label as interview as any or something else. So you can always check that out when we are going to announce the new podcast. So, and we also wanted to make sure about that to deliver the messages to whoever is watching this podcast, that everyone is welcome at our podcast, as you see that as any, right? And we wanted to also tell you that everyone belongs in tech. So that's who we are and what our podcast is about.
Yeah, so nicely
Oh, beautiful.
summarized. Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you, Arisa. I really appreciate it. Yeah, we had so much fun with the wordplay on as any, right? Because we were trying to figure out how we could call something that could be anything literally, and also like, I don't know, could be fluid, could be changing, it's related to tech, and it's so many things, and anybody, everybody is welcome. So that's kind of how that came about. And so we were mentioning briefly before that we actually did this before. We had a podcast before, and just so like full disclosure, basically on what happened sounds so dramatic. Nothing happened, but basically how this came to be. Maybe we can briefly like touch upon where we're coming from. We used to be Girl Code Coffee Chat, just a different name, same people. And why we changed it, and now why everything is purple and fancy. So, Alba, do you want to maybe talk quickly about what happened before, or who we were, and what?
Yeah, of course. Well, when we started just because we were working together at the same company, and we planned to share with the community for free just the topics we were interested about, interviewing people, or just talking about new trends in the tech ecosystem. But then we realized that we were really coupled with one thing that was the thing that joined us, but we weren't building a community, or we weren't creating our own space or environment to grow. And that's why we realized that we have been for a long time creating content together and doing all the effort together. So we thought, why not try our own community, try to create our own space to share things, to be welcome, and to be able to also talk about ourselves. That usually we always interview people and focus on that person, but with this podcast we want to have both sides, that you get to know us and we also get to know you, and at the same time we can discover new topics with different interviewees and things like that. So I think it's a really nice project to make our friendship better even, and also grow together in terms of we will meet people that probably will never met if we are tackled to tech. Maybe we want to explore things related to other topics in the future, and we can, because now it's our podcast, it's our decision, and maybe one day we interview someone from the Poldens, who knows. That's always surprise, isn't it? We never know.
Yeah, but I love what you were saying about the growth, because I already feel like we're learning so much and we get to try so many new things. And so that's really, really cool, because ultimately we're all kind of like lifelong learners, right? We're all really excited about learning new things. And so that's like a massive opportunity to do that. And it gives us a lot more freedom. And it's so, I don't know, like gets us lets us to be creative, I guess, in ways that we weren't really before, maybe. I don't know, like not necessarily as a bad thing, but we weren't like exploring all of these different routes. And so I think that's really cool. And
Indeed.
also like obviously we're super grateful to especially also the organization like Girl Code. We were part of an organization. They're supporting women and girls in tech, and they're a really great organization, and we're still like ambassadors for them. We're still in contact with them, but we just figured we start from a clean slate. It doesn't mean that we're not collaborating or anything, because we're super grateful to their support and everything that they're doing for women in tech in general.
But we wanted to wear baby, basically.
Yeah,
We are proud mothers now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much. Yeah, exactly. And so, I mean, there's also a lot of exciting things to look forward to, right? Like, we have some thoughts, we have some ideas of what is happening. So, Arisa already shared we're gonna have some guests. Do you have any like secret? How do I say this? Like, is there somebody you want as a guest, but you haven't said out loud, and the person probably doesn't know? So, like, any secret goal guest?
Well, I have a few, but I mean, I haven't yet asked this person yet, so I'm not sure if it's good to say it here. I mean, like, this person is gonna be fine, but just to be polite.
But you can
But-
say it because then we manifest it. And maybe
Oh.
they say already yes without you asking even.
Okay, then
Yeah.
I say it.
It also feels a tiny bit like jinxing it, right? Like, I'm not sure.
That's true. That's true. Okay, then I say I want to invite Tejas because he also has his own
Oh.
podcast, Contagious, and I listen to his podcast like really often, and what he shares with his guests. Usually he invites guests, and it's so cool. I mean, like I had like one time I had one concern which was kind of disturbing me, like in order to get work on, and if I just thought about just alone with my own mind, then probably like I didn't come up with like a relief or a solution or think something I could think in positively. But by listening to the others with others' experience, not just the random thoughts, this was really like eye openers in my opinion. So that's why like I want to invite him as well, and also it's gonna be a nice collaboration. So I said.
Yeah.
I approve that. I think will be
Yay.
a really nice interview. I love it.
Yeah, for sure. Alba, do you want to manifest anybody?
Well, actually, yes, but it's really random because it was today. I was just looking into the timeline in X and I saw someone that was previously an engineer in Microsoft, and now she moved to a Disney for the streaming platform, and she's now the lead engineer. So right now we don't want to interview her yet because she's still in Microsoft, but when she moved to Disney, I want to know everything.
Oh my god.
I have so many questions. So I was like,
yeah.
I just put it in the list of guests without knowing her at all. It's called Isabel. I never heard about her. I mean, I don't think she creates content. She gives some talks in some conferences specifically, but I don't think she's active online because the Twitter just had from 6 months ago or something. But yeah, I was like really, Disney?
That is
Wow.
really cool.
I didn't
yeah.
thought about it, but indeed they have a streaming platform, so they have tech people there. So yeah.
right. It's like Netflix, but like
Indeed.
it's Disney. So
It's
like,
Disney,
ooh.
so yeah.
That's
Oh,
so
shininess.
cool. Yeah.
Exactly.
No, that's so cool. Oh, that I
And you,
love
Josi.
the whole manifesting
Yeah.
thing. Yeah. So she already knows. So it's been manifested at the Google event in summer in June, I think it was. Alba and I tried to, because we were there in person, right? We tried to get Una on the stream. And unfortunately, she was really busy. I think she had a call at the same time or a presentation at the same time or something. But yeah, so are you okay, Alba?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that she had the interview.
Yeah.
She had
So-
like a call, yeah.
Yeah, no, so she couldn't join us, but I would be amazing to get her on to talk about anything like UI, CSS. That would be so amazing.
Yeah, that would be
I
amazing.
think we could fill like days with that conversation too. So I would be so excited to get her on the stream. Also, she's an amazing speaker and just person in general.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
girling all over the
And
place.
we can allow her
Yeah.
to try different sweets in the streaming because she likes a lot that to try like Japanese or from other
Ah.
cultures because I know there is in the entire world a lot of different things like chewing gums and things like that. I don't like that thing. I don't know even the name in English. Imagine if I
Like
don't
some
like it.
traditional like pastries or some.
More for children. Golosinas. I don't know in English.
Ah.
It's like a
Or
sweet
snacks?
thing. It's
Yeah,
like a snack.
candies?
Candies. Yeah, candies. Like the word of
Okay,
candies.
okay.
Indeed.
Okay.
That word. She likes to explore it. Maybe we can ask her to try on our streaming to see her face while she's trying.
Oh, that's gonna be fun.
I like that. That's why like we can be so free and do like our own style. I like it.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. No, that's really cool. I'm so excited. Yeah, so there's like lots of really promising things. Of course, we have already requested a few people. From the previous stream, there were some guests that were requested that we're also in touch with, like different kinds of coding communities, for example, which we're really excited to get on the stream. So that will be really cool. And yeah, so lots to look forward to, I guess. That's very
Neat.
exciting.
Yeah, and if you are interested in to be the guest, please let us know, and we will be very happy to chat with you what we can like talk about together in our podcast. And yeah, feel free to visit our website, and you are gonna find how you can contact with us. So yeah, and it's also cool that we have the website project ongoing
Yeah, that's
along with
true.
this podcast. So it's work in progress, but we already have one. So yeah.
Yeah, there's multiple, like, in German we say multiple construction sites in the background, right? So we're planning to like create our website. Right now it's like fully under, like literally work in progress under construction, but we want to build one. Then we have a really cool design. So we gotten our logo from our in-house designer. I'm gonna share his Instagram actually to the chat. I don't know if that's possible to see. My last message was not on the stream, so this is live and we're figuring things out. So
Oh,
yeah, let me try and send that.
because what I can do is always share
Here.
where,
Yeah, right.
so at least they see it
Yeah,
highlighted.
that's true.
Yeah.
That's the beginning. Yeah. So Nikolai did our logo and was developing different kinds of routes, and we opted for this one because we think it's really bold and cool. And of course, this is gonna go into our website as well. We need to like create a cute little UI and then figure out how to code that and what tech stack to use and how we can make it fun and fancy and maybe even learn on the stream or something. I don't know. We'll figure
Indeed.
something out. Maybe that's worth doing. I don't know. That would definitely like create a bit more pressure for us to actually like follow up.
Of course. No, but no. Yes, we will take our time, but we will try to make every asset that we can imagine for the podcast step by step. I mean,
Yeah.
we can start slow, but then grow a little by little.
Yeah, exactly. And I was gonna say something else, but no, I forgot.
Maybe we can talk about like how we had the in-person brainstorming in your nice hometown in Hamburg.
Yeah, that was on my list. You're right. You came to visit. That was so fun though. I'm still feeling it.
Indeed.
Me too.
And it was quite spontaneous-ish. Like, I don't know, we just set a date. We're like, are we really doing this? Yes. And then Alba had already booked her train and was like, I'm coming.
Of course, free. Thinking about going to a place just randomly is my thing. So when I listen, no, we can go to Hamburg to see Josi. Of course, I mean,
Okay, train booked. Thank you. Oh, I love it. No, that was really, really cool. And I had so many plans to do like sightseeing. I had like, I don't know, 15 things on my agenda. I was like, we're gonna go do this, then we have to eat this, we have to eat that, we have to go visit there, we have to take a picture there. We were planning everything. I had like a whole agenda, and then we came here and all we did was talk. And I was like, where did the time go? Oh my
Yeah.
God, it was so fun. So
And we talked so much.
Yeah.
I mean, it was difficult, like a moment of silence.
Yeah.
No,
We
but
even
that's
forgot
how
to
we,
have a
yeah.
lunch.
But at least we managed to be productive at the same time as speaking about life, you know? Sometimes it's difficult.
yeah, we got really carried away. No, that was really fun. Did you have any impressions of Hamburg itself while you were here? I'm just curious.
I had a lot, but I will let you speak Alba first because I live in technically the same country.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. But actually, I don't think Hamburg for me was like a German culture shock. It was much more a shock that they have so many things in the same city that reminds me to different cities. So, for example, the area where I don't know if this word can be said, but where the girl workers in the street are looks really similar to Benidorm, that is a place close to Alicante, my city where I'm from in Spain. And then when we went to the harbor, it felt like Barcelona or something like really where narcos are working and things like that. I really love it because when you say harbor, to me was like something like in Amsterdam that is really small canal with some boats. And then what? I didn't expect the harbor to be an actual harbor where CSI, I don't know how to call that a TV show, but the CSI,
Yeah.
this kind of movie they recorded there. So it was like, oh my God, what is this?
You're painting a picture of like a gangster town. Like
It is a little bit. I mean, that area, it looks like. I mean,
it's so funny because you two spent 95% of the time in our house.
yeah, of course. And it's a fancy area. Let's say it. Is that
Calm, at least, like not necessarily fancy, but really calm, and not like dangerous at all. And now you're saying like, so what I noticed. I love it.
But because that's what shocked me, because I was expecting your house neighborhood all the time in Hamburg, and then I realized there is another part of the area in the city that I didn't expect at all.
Of course. It's a
But
big
you have
city.
everything in one place. You have also the canals, you have a look and feel also like London sometimes, and the old houses like in Amsterdam. I mean, it's a really nice place to be. Maybe the weather will be the same as here, horrible, I guess. So yeah, that's the only thing I don't like.
Actually, Hamburg and Amsterdam are super, super similar in terms of like the climate, but even the vibe because we're so close to the water. Yeah, totally. No, but it's so interesting. I love like getting an outside perspective.
That's so true. I mean, that's one thing I'm missing from living in South Germany. I forgot to mention when I introduced about myself, but I live in South Germany, and the southern you get to Germany, you're not gonna have like much of like the classic canals or sea, actually, the actual sea. I mean, in German, lake and sea, there's no difference, according to my understanding. It's the same word. They call it sea. So for
Oh,
people,
what?
yeah. It's literally sea, both, right? Or Josephine has something to say.
Yeah, I was thinking about that for a second
Or?
because like
Wait.
the ocean
Yeah.
has a different
Yeah.
word, but the what do you call that pronomen? The word you use instead of the is different.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Die See is the ocean,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
der See is the lake. But that's a
Lake.
welcome to our linguistic podcast.
It is. Oh God. I'm so
And I was,
terrible
like,
at
learning
German. language,
German.
sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, like literally, when people are talking about like, let's go to the sea, and here means that actually a lake, sometimes, quite often. So that's one thing I'm really surprised, and also like one thing I missed because where I came from, I'm originally from Japan, is everywhere is surrounded by sea, and you see the mountains at the same time. So these two combinations are no strange things to have in one place. I grew up with it, so I'm surprised in here that people are so amazed to have like the view of the mountains and the stream from the river, or the sea and the mountain, which I don't see that actually. So yeah, landscapes are so different, and the architectures are very different too. The place where I live is like nearby Stuttgart, so it's really like what you can imagine from the Oktoberfest. So the houses are really like cute, and how should I put this? Like the ribbon kind of like the blue and white kind of like cross, like kind of design. I don't know how does it go, but literally
think I know
like
what it is.
something what you probably imagine about kind of like classic. I don't know, like southern German part of it, and it also has like a lot of Austrian culture as well. The accent is different too. So I noticed I had a bit of hard time understanding like in Hamburg, because that's something different accent that I'm used to here in the location where I live. And yeah, the buildings are so actually like so many with the red bricks, which reminded me of like the London or the British buildings I saw. So like you said, Alba. So that's what I'm also surprised, because these kind of buildings I've never seen in here. So
Oh.
yeah. It was literally for me. I felt that I was in a completely different country. So that's why like I really enjoyed it, and I was like sharing the photos with my boyfriend, like, yeah, this is how
Oh,
it
that's
looks
so
like.
cute.
It's so different, right? And because he's into taking the architecture kind of photographies and the landscapes. So yeah, he actually wanted to join, but this time was only girls. So
But yeah, that's so funny because I feel like I just said like Amsterdam and Hamburg are so similar, and I always feel like I don't even feel like I'm leaving the country. But when I go to the south of Germany, actually, it feels like a vacation in a different country.
Oh.
It's so funny because culturally and landscape-wise, everything is so different, and also to me. So it's really interesting to hear.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's really
I'm so happy
interesting.
you enjoyed it. I hope you can come back soon, and maybe we can
yes,
also meet in other places. So
Indeed.
excited
Next
already.
stops will be Arisa's or my place. Indeed. So,
yeah. So if you want to have like the Alps, you can come to my place.
no,
If
that's
you
so nice,
yeah.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
For
If you
sure.
want to go to Amsterdam's vibes, then we can go to Alba's place.
We'll take it offline and
Of
figure
course.
that out.
You are so welcome.
Oh, that's so nice. Is
Yeah.
there anything else we should kick off for the first episode? Is there any questions maybe? Are people able to ask questions in the chat? I'm not so sure if that's
Indeed,
working.
I mean, if they ask questions, I can always put them on the screen while they appear and we can answer them.
Then it, yeah.
But yeah, but anyway, as this will be also a recording, not only a live stream, if you want to leave any questions that you want to know how we created the branding, how we decide the topics we want to cover in the next episodes, or how this project will evolve, you can always leave us a comment in the YouTube video or ask us via social media, DMs, whatever. We are always open to listen any feedback and any questions that you have, and happy to clarify any doubts, of course.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and Arisa was mentioning that you can like say if you want to be a guest, but you can also say if you have something that you're manifesting, somebody you want to see interviewed, you could also say that you don't have to come on yourself. So you can request topics, you can request guests, anything that you want, basically.
Mhm.
Exactly.
Did we cover like in details about the name of our new podcast, like why it's as any, or not yet? I guess.
Just
I
a
think,
l-
yeah.
I was
Hint of it?
teasing at it, but you can
Yeah.
explain if you want to.
Okay. Then you can also help me if I miss something. So this as any came from the TypeScript's type definition. So like if you use TypeScript, sometimes like yeah, if it's gonna take too long time to figure it out, like what would be like the right type definitions, there's the magic word, any. So we took it like as any from the TypeScript. I mean, like if I say like the magic word to solve like for a temporary solution, it sounds bad, but we don't mean to say. We mean to say like we also want to welcome everyone in a tech as any. So you can be anyone, you can be anything, we can be anything as well. So instead of putting some labels on it, which is completely opposite idea from where TypeScript is going, but it's interesting, and fun to use, something we took the word from the tech related. So there's a cool mixture in it, and that's how we started to call or started to feel like it's us, like when we were coming up with the name of our podcast. We literally, jot down like everything, every ideas, every keywords, every inspiration we had on a white blank paper. I mean, like it's so nice, and I like to see that, like how we brainstormed. We gather every sources like in one place, and we still have, and yeah, we did that process, and as any fit the best with us. So that's how we came from as any. So
Yeah.
Love
yeah.
it. And I'm pretty sure the creator of TypeScript, when they see that they also created a cast for people with a lot of pronouns, that now everyone is as any, it's like, okay, this was what I created, the TypeScript language, isn't it? Love it.
Now there's a value in it.
I still have the paper with all the brainstorming.
Oh.
And if one of you gets very famous, I'm gonna sell it. I'm not.
Or you could be.
No shame in that.
Who
No,
knows?
no, but maybe one day we can share our other ideas if we don't use them for any like other pet projects that we may have, because
Love
I
it,
thought
love
like a lot of them
Yeah.
were really funny. I mean, not to like, well, how do you say that? Clap my own shoulder. I don't. Oh my God, English. But you know what I mean, right? Like,
Yeah, we know.
No.
This is international, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, we did so well. We came up with such funny names. You should hear them.
Great job.
Anyway, no, but that's how we came up with the name, and the process was really fun too. So, really enjoyed it.
Yeah, maybe one day we can, I don't know, talk about like something small, memorial, like moments thingy.
Indeed.
After like a while, like this is how we started. That's how we
Exactly.
gathered.
Yeah, that's so
Things like
cute, and that's really nice to do
Yeah.
it. So we also saw how we grow and
Yeah.
evolve. Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
Mm,
Totally.
yeah. Oh, bless you.
Bless you. Yeah.
That was our designer.
It's the other
exactly.
the other
Our
self.
designer,
It's
yeah.
Josephine other self. So we have different personalities. You will see them coming.
Yeah. Exactly. No, awesome. I think we covered most of the
Mhm.
things. So
Yeah.
if any questions come up, Alba was already mentioning it, you can always reach out to us individually, or on our website there's also an email address where you can just share your thoughts.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And let's
Yeah, we
wrap
can-
up.
I see,
Mm-hmm.
So now
I see one
just-
person wrote
Yeah.
the comment. Sorry.
Oh,
Just wanted to. Oh, two people actually. Oh, nice. Hi, Kaylee. I hope I pronounced it right.
very
Um,
clever. That,
Loana. Loana
oh,
also.
thank you, Loana. So
Aw,
cute.
Thank you so much.
Let's
So
try
happy
to do our
see
best for sure.
that. Yeah. Sorry to interrupt. I just didn't want to miss.
No, don't worry. I didn't saw it. I mean, it's nice that we have three people looking at the same thing,
Yeah.
because otherwise I would miss
It's gonna
everything.
be tough. Yeah.
But yeah, just to wrap up this episode, this was like a welcoming episode we wanted to create so you get to know us and what is the project about and how we create everything. And thank you so much for joining us live. If not, you have the recording in YouTube and probably in the future platforms like Spotify and all podcasting things, but more in the future. And this was As Any Podcast. And as you need to remember, it's bi-monthly, so we will have 2 episodes per month. One just us chatting, the other one with an interview and a topic specific that we will post in social media. You can follow us in any social media, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, anything that you can imagine where a podcast could be. That's where you can follow us. And if you have any topics, suggestions, feedback, something you want to know, let us know in anything, in comments, in DMs, in email. We have everything open for you. And remember, you belong in tech, and also us. So we belong in tech. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining, everybody. Really appreciate you coming on, supporting us, and starting this little community. Have a
Yeah,
great rest
thank you
of
so
your
much.
Thanks
day.
a lot to be part.
Have a lovely day. Bye.
Bye bye.
Bye.